I think the best is still to come.
India is now the fastest growing market for Swiss watch exports. But can India continue this growth momentum? To find out, I have with me Mr Ethos Saboo, who's the founder of Ethos Watches, the largest retail chain in India for luxury and premium watches. Mr Saboo, thank you very much for joining us on Luxury Tribune.
Thank you.
You founded Ethos Watches almost 22 years ago. But at what point do you feel that India really started picking up pace in luxury watch sales?
First, of course, the growth in the GDP and the population of rich folks like millionaires, you know, it's a large population in India. Availability of luxury space. I think the change of the laws that people were encouraged to buy more in the country. And lastly, the interest of young people to know more about mechanical watches and the social media growth. I think all these things came together and we are seeing the momentum still building up. I think the best is still to come.
Which cities have been at the forefront for driving sales in the luxury watch industry in India?
Well, no surprises. I mean, Delhi and Mumbai, of course. But interestingly, what we are seeing is even the next level of cities, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Ahmedabad. It's amazing how much interest there is in mechanical watches, in luxury watches. So it's very, very encouraging. And I could go on because there are even smaller cities where we see a lot of interest and a market potential.
2024 was a phenomenal year for India's watch market, the way it's developed. How do you see 2025 to fare out? What's your prediction?
It's always hard to make predictions, but I think this growth momentum will continue. If it's a few percent less, I don't think there is a reason for disappointment because it's not a year-to-year thing. We have to see 10 years what happens. And 10 years later, when we look back, we're going to say, this is where everything started to happen.
What are Ethos Watches' plans to grow in the next 3 years, let's say?
Very ambitious. We have about 74 boutiques, monobrand boutiques, multi-brand stores. The plan is to go to 150 in the next 3 years. Mm-hmm. So that's like 25 stores a year. And to 200 in the next 5 years.
How do you see India's watch market grow in the next, say, 5 to 7 years?
I would say in Indian rupee terms, I estimate it will grow around 12 to 14% every year for the next 5 to 10 years. In Swiss francs, it depends on what's the change in the exchange rate. But yeah, that's a growth rate, which is not very different from what China had in the years from 2003 to 2020.
I'll end the interview here. Thank you very much again for your time.
Thank you, Shilpa. Pleasure.